Read a book in 20 minutes, Resonance Reading Method. Author, Watanabe Yasuhiro. Even if you haven't read it, there are insights to share. A person's attention span is only 20 minutes. When thoughts change, actions will change. When actions change, habits will change. When habits change, character will change. When character changes, life will change. Resonance refers to the overlapping of sounds, creating harmony. Resonance reading taps into the energy within a book, guiding one's own inner voice and untapped potential. Resonance reading is a method that allows you to gain the information you want without having to read the entire content. The secret lies in the 5 hypotheses that support resonance reading. Hypothesis 1. The body gains information the moment it touches the book. Tennis champion Novak Djokovic suffers from gluten intolerance. When testing for gluten allergies, the doctor first asked him to extend his right arm and tense the muscles. Then, the doctor pressed down on his arm to confirm resistance. After that, the doctor gave him a piece of gluten-containing bread to hold in his left hand while extending his right arm again. This time, Djokovic's arm could not resist and was pressed down. Experiment 1. The moment you pick up a book, your body changes. Before choosing a book, bend down to see how close your hands can get to the floor. Choose a book you want to read next. Hold the book and bend down the same way. You'll notice that your flexibility changes with the book. Holding a simpler book makes your muscles more flexible and easier to bend. Thus, your body receives energy the moment it touches the book. Reminder: the higher the level of a knowledge tree, the more foundational knowledge is needed, and certain special conditions may need to be met. Therefore, by testing your flexibility, you can identify simpler books to absorb, which may be more efficient than choosing difficult ones. This alternative foundational knowledge might chemically react with existing knowledge, producing a higher level knowledge tree. This uncertainty is part of the fun in the process. Resonance reading converts the energy received by the body into lines before proceeding to read. Hypothesis 2. No matter how quickly you flip the pages, you can still input information into your brain. The reason quick page flipping inputs content into the brain is that it creates a sense of familiarity with the book, enhancing understanding. Experiment 2. Flip the pages quickly for 1 minute. Use the book from the previous experiment. Flip through it quickly for 1 minute. Then, try bending again with that book. The hypothesis is supported by subliminal stimulation and the priming effect. Subliminal stimulation refers to stimuli that are not consciously perceived but still influence subsequent actions. The priming effect indicates that previous exposure to a stimulus makes it easier to remember another stimulus. By performing subliminal stimulation beforehand, one can improve the speed of word or vocabulary recognition. Quick page flipping is a method to enhance reading speed through subliminal stimulation. Well-known Danish science journalist Tor Nordstranders discusses the processing speeds of consciousness and the subconscious in his book The User Illusion. The processing speed of consciousness is 40 bits per second, while the subconscious processes through sensory organs at 11 million bits per second. This means that sending information to the subconscious allows us to process it 275,000 times faster. Hypothesis 3. The brain assigns meaning to things. By setting a reading purpose, speed and memory can be enhanced. Experiment 3. Open the page and glance over the text. While doing so, recall the space you are in. Try to remember how many red objects are in that space. Count them in your mind and then look around to confirm. After confirming, close your eyes and recall the space and the number of red objects. Once done, slowly open your eyes. Setting a purpose before reading has 2 advantages. It becomes easier to find the desired information, speed increases. It becomes easier to remember the found information, strengthens memory connections. Hypothesis 4. Changing your perspective while reading changes the interpretation and memory. Many people want to understand and remember the content of a book well, even hoping to relay it to others. By changing the reading perspective, one can improve understanding and memory. Imagine yourself conversing with the author on equal terms. Hypothesis 5. Reading with a story structure accelerates understanding. The method of resonance reading involves drawing a resonance map on a sheet of paper while reading. This resonance map incorporates the three-act structure and the hero's journey narrative framework, concealing a carefully designed process. Step 0. Touch the book and clarify your purpose. Prepare the following: the book you want to read, a blank sheet of paper around A4 size or a notebook, and draw the three-act framework on it. Pens: it is recommended to use 12 colored pens for differentiation. Fill in your purpose. Think, if the author were in front of me, what questions would I ask? Fill in the page numbers. Write the last page number in the bottom right corner of the three-act framework and write 0 or 1 in the bottom left corner. Divide the page numbers into 3 roughly equal parts and write the page numbers below the 2 lines in the middle. Fill in the author's name and draw a simple portrait or smiley face of the author. Flip the pages quickly and then focus on the open page. Write down briefly what message the author would convey to you. Why did the author have to write this book? Step 1. Flip the pages quickly to input information into your brain while thinking, if I had to represent this book with a color, what color would it be? Step 2. Draw a curve on the resonance map that has been divided into 3 acts. Draw the line, hold the book in one hand and the pen in the other, feeling the energy of the book. Use your left hand to receive the energy and draw a wavy line from the top right of the 3-act framework to the bottom left, transferring the book's energy onto the paper. Mark more than 6 points of interest on the curve width. Look at the curve and mark 6 to 8 points of interest, with about 2 in each act. Fill in the page numbers at the marked points. Predict the page numbers where those points are likely located and write down the numbers that come to mind, e.g., 56, 121, 228. Randomly chosen numbers are also acceptable, just write down what you think. Decide the priority order based on the page numbers. Step 3. From the predicted page numbers on the curve, select words. Before turning the pages, look at the upper left of the resonance map to confirm your purpose. Flip the pages in order of priority. Glance over both pages after opening the corresponding page. Do not read the text, just glance at the open pages. Identify resonance phrases. Record the phrases that catch your eye on the resonance map. These phrases are the opportunities for dialogue between you and the author, your resonance phrases. High resonance phrases may send a jolt through your body or give you a shiver down your spine. After finding 3 to 4 phrases from these 2 pages, move on to the next marked locations. Repeat this process for the remaining 5 to 6 marked pages. Tip: this exercise aims to find the resonance phrases that empower you. Feeling empowered means, I care about this, I want to know what it says. As you continue to record using resonance reading, the information from the book will continuously accumulate in your mind. Step 4. Seek out words of interest while asking questions as you read the page. First, stretch and take deep breaths, performing 2 to 3 slow breaths. Then maintain slow breathing while proceeding to the next step. Glance over the resonance map, look for areas of interest or those that particularly catch your attention, the parts that resonate or the phrases that matter. These will be key to generating new ideas. Read for 8 minutes to achieve your purpose by focusing on the points of interest. Adjust your breathing, read for 5 minutes. If only 5 minutes remain, consider what else you need to know to fulfill your reading purpose. Think about this question before reading for 5 more minutes. Of course, you can also sleep on it and continue later. Your brain will enter a more precise search state after being set aside for a while. Step 5. Use the insights gained from the book to formulate an action plan. Create an action plan. Spend 3 minutes writing down actions you want to implement based on insights from the book you've read. Write down the actions for the first act, second act, and third act in the respective blank spaces for within a week, within 3 months, and within 1 to 3 years. Set a title. In the upper left corner of the resonance map, sequentially write down your purpose, action plan title, and book title. If you plan to read for another 2 hours, spend the first hour using the resonance method to read 3 different books in the same field. Then, use the remaining time to go back to the book you initially intended to spend 2 hours on. You'll find your understanding has improved, and your reading time has become more efficient. Through simple output, you won't forget. Try explaining the book's content to someone, taking a photo of the cover and the resonance map, uploading it to social media with a comment, writing your thoughts in the book's feedback section, and copying the parts you care about to implement them immediately. Embrace the mindset of failure is okay, and it will definitely go smoothly to bring relaxation to your mind and activate your brain. Resonance reading, multiple processing. Prepare about 10 books in the professional field you want to learn. Set a purpose, clearly express what you want to learn in numerical terms. Take a photo of all the books together. Flip through all the books quickly, ranking them based on the intensity of the energy you feel. Then take a break for at least 5 minutes. Identify resonance phrases using the top 4 to 6 books ranked by resonance reading and create a resonance map. Find connections. Imagine, what if the authors of these books were at a meeting discussing the topic you've set? Organize in your own words, summarize the commonalities and differences, and evaluate them. Establish your brand identity. Your brand identity can generally be divided into your established resources and strengths and the activities and features you are currently pursuing or wish to continue. While using your brand identity, create a new perspective, opinion. For example, if you've been involved in English and now want to do education, you could come up with 7 tips to learn to speak English in 2 hours. Based on this new perspective, organize a report or article. Using resonance reading, you can maximize information input in a focused 20-minute period, leveraging perception curves and 3-act records to enhance understanding and memory through right brain imagery.